Hey, help support the show by joining the Patreon or becoming a YouTube member. Also hit that like button to subscribe if you want more Cavs-focused content. Another day where the Cavs win, and you know, they brought out these bad boys, the throwbacks, and I had to go get me one with my name on it because they can't trade me. But Cavs win their game against the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the game where the Cavs brought back the throwback jerseys. There's so much to talk about in this game in general. I want to start with like the uniforms, right? Because most of you guys, I believe, are either the same age, around my age, or maybe even older than me. But for me, as a 30-year-old, this is the first time the Cavs have worn a jersey I grew up with as a child as a throwback, right? I've seen the throwbacks of like the early 90s stuff and, you know, when they would wear the 1970s stuff in the early 2000s, but I've never seen the Cavs bring back a jersey from my childhood as like a throwback. And it's interesting that it's this jersey because, correct me if I'm wrong, when the Cavs switched up their colors to wine and gold and brought in the new uniforms with the LeBron era, this was like a secondary addition after they brought that color change, specifically because I think LeBron James's favorite color was like navy. So they wanted to get a navy version of the new Cavs uniform. So they introduced this as an alternate. So this is a throwback, but it's like the newest version of these jerseys. And one, it makes you think of LeBron James's longevity, because what other player has played long enough that a jersey that they introduced legitimately becomes a throwback? Like, I think this is a 20-year-old jersey design at this point. But just brought back so many memories of, you know, being a kid, rooting for the Cavs. I think I was like, 12 when this jersey came out, right? Being a kid, rooting for the Cavs, LeBron James. It was interesting seeing Jalen Tyson out there in number 20 because it reminded me of Eric Snow. You know, I don't think the Cavs had a lot of guys who are repeating the same numbers as the guys on that Cavs team. Also made me like think about like, man, what if we had like Donovan Mitchell on like those old Cavs teams? How many championships would the Cavs have won? But that's my little trip down memory lane. It was just nice to see not just these jerseys, but they did the whole court up like the old Gundarina design. It was really cool, you know, to see all of that, and also made me feel like I'm getting older. But really like seeing the Cavs in the throwback jerseys. Let me know what you thought of the throwback jerseys. If you're somebody who grew up on these, if you had one of these as a kid, or if you are somebody who, you know, isn't familiar with these jerseys. Like, what do you, like, I would be interested to hear from the younger people on this. Like, if you did not grow up with this era of Cav jersey and you've only really heard of it, how was it to see these uniforms for you? Because that has to be an interesting feeling too. But the Cavs played the 76ers today. I thought this was a pretty strong performance. Darius Garland was back. He played about 26 minutes, only scored about 8 points, went 3 of 11 from the field. You expect him to struggle from the field a little bit in his return games, right? Like, you know, you give him some time here. 2 of 7 from 3, mainly took 3-pointers. My whole thing with Darius was just how he was able to flow the offense. I think in the first quarter, you were able to see the Cavs were really flowing really well with Darius out there. Second, third, fourth, it wasn't as smooth, but still having Darius out there, I think, was beneficial. And I think it just helps put certain pieces in the right place so that they're not out of place. And just the offense today, I thought felt more cohesive than it had in the past. So there is that. Jared Allen was freaking phenomenal today. 11 of 17. He shot 2 3-pointers. He had about 10 rebounds. Evan Mobley, I thought, was up and down offensively, points wise. I thought he was pretty strong today, 23 points. He didn't rebound that well, only 5 rebounds. He's still finding his spots on the floor. I think he's getting more and more comfortable. There's still some uncomfortableness we're just going to have to deal with. That comes with Evan finding his place offensively. But what I do like about this game was that he asserted himself reasonably so in this game with Darius Garland being back. Donovan Mitchell was fantastic. I don't think it's a coincidence that Darius Garland comes back and then all of a sudden Donovan Mitchell's extreme efficiency comes back, right? He was 71.4% from the floor, 15 to 21, 54.5% from 3. Just fantastic today. 46 points for number 45, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. The man was a walking certified bucket. So no doubt about that kind of performance. Larry Nance Jr. still a strange, like, I don't want to pull judgment too fast on Larry Nance. He also got hurt in this game. But man, these Larry Nance minutes, they're not going well. They're not going well at all. He was -6 in a game that the Cavs were pretty much up by 10 the whole time. It's not great. It's not great. Dean Wade got hurt in this game too. He got poked in the eye or something like that. Alonzo Ball, I thought he was fine in this game. He's had better performances, only 3 points. He's still continuing to struggle to score, which will be a problem if it continues past the All-Star break. And then you have Sam Merrill, who did come off the bench today, 4 of 6 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3. He looked great. 14 points for Sam Merrill. I thought he was solid defensively. I think that's the other thing I've noticed with this team with Darius back. And I don't know, maybe it's a communication thing, but they played such better defense for most of this game. They were pretty bad in the second quarter, but for most of this game, they were playing a lot better defense. And to me personally, it just seemed like they were communicating a lot better. Now, again, Philadelphia was out some major pieces in this game. No Joel Embiid because it's a back-to-back. Still no Paul George. McClain didn't play for them too for similar reasons as Joel. So, we didn't get the 76ers at full strength, who look like they're going to be a good team this year. Thought they did a good job on Tyrese Maxey, holding him. Well, he got 27 points, but, still just kind of minimizing his impact, not letting it spread. They finally had a decent game against Kelly Oubre. I say that, but Kelly Oubre scores 28 on us all the time. Only 19 today. I know that's not normal for Kelly Oubre, but, still, it's nice that he didn't fry us from 3 the whole game like he usually does. He only went 4 of 8. Maybe I just have really low expectations for the Cavs defense when it comes to Kelly Oubre. I think that's more the case than anything else. But yeah, defensively, I thought the Cavs had a better performance. It wasn't a great performance, but it was a better performance. Like the Sixers, when they went on a run, they had to make some tough shots. It wasn't easy shots all the time. That's all I really asked for. Much better defensive performance. Me and Tony Pastor recorded a video, I think, yesterday, talking a lot about the Cavs defense and what they need to fix. But overall, I think I am pretty happy with this Cavs win. Love to see Jared Allen ball, for as much flack as he got in that first game, 24 and 10, 3 steals, 3 blocks. This is what you want Jared Allen to be every night. Evan Mobley, not a great rebounding day, but still 23 points, was 3 of 5 from 3. So you're pretty happy with that. How could you not be happy with what Donovan Mitchell gave you today? Darius got back in there, 26 minutes, not a ton of points, not a ton of production, but I thought he was very helpful when he was out on the court. You really felt his presence. Jalen Tyson is another guy I almost forgot to talk about. He took a bunch of threes, I think, in the second half of this game, so I think his 3-point percentage kind of dipped because of that. But he was really solid on the floor today. Like, I have no complaints. Good defensive player, was really heady, got a jump ball, a block, a steal, 3 assists, and I think he went 2 of 5 from 3. So pretty solid there. The questions in the lineup continue to be Larry Nance Jr. And Lonzo Ball scoring. If you get some scoring from Lonzo Ball, if Larry Nance can give you some positive minutes here for the rest of the season, I think your bench is in a much better shape. Especially with Sam Merrill shooting off of it. We'll see what happens when Max Strus comes back as well. But that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Cavs, if you want to wear this jersey way more often, I'm down with it. Bring back the wine and gold. Bring back the whole set. Just bring back the whole set. You ain't got to switch to them full time because I like the new jerseys that the Cavs have. But you know, break out the full set. That's the one thing about the NBA that kind of stinks, is that they break out so many jerseys that, like, you're only going to get certain combos for 1 year, and then they're never going to bring it back. Like those land jerseys from last year with the baby blue on them. I wish they would bring those back too, but you know, this is what we're getting this year, the throwbacks, right? So you're not going to get those jerseys too. That's kind of unfortunate, but you know, enjoy these while they got them out there. If it makes you feel old, let me know in the comment section down below. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace.